Alright, I'm going to be showing you guys a pickup that I had really before I started making any of these videos. I planned on doing something a little bit different. I did not get the double nickels this past weekend. Kind of holding my money for the LeBron Wheats when they come out, April 3rd or 4th or whatever the date is. So I figured I'd share something else from my closet, like I said, that I got before I started making videos. Back in January, got a link from Kicksteals. I will post their information below. If you don't subscribe to them, I recommend you do. End Clothing in the UK was having a sale, and I was able to pick up a pair of Jordans on sale. Retail on these are the 4Lab ones, I believe is $180. And I was able to pick these up for less than $105 shipped from the UK, which is pretty good. I believe I ordered them on a Tuesday, had the shoes in hand on Friday, which most domestic shippers can't even do, so I was pretty impressed. I like little details when I get stuff from companies. I mean, I understand Nike can't really do things like this, but got this little card with a thank you from Carl. Carl's the one who picked my order. I thought that was pretty cool. I like that little customer service that you get. Straight out of the box, there's actually a box that this came in. So these are actually triple boxed from the UK. Box perfectly fits the product inside. I will pull it out and show you what I got. Now, I'm generally a fan of the lab releases, if only for the fact that they're a little bit different. You know, it's not your typical, we're going to take a normal pair of shoes and make them red, or in any sort of other colorway. The 4Lab ones are kind of my favorite for what came out. I think 1s and 4s are my favorite Jordans of all time. And this is kind of an interesting combination. I'll kind of show you the details. First thing you see, got a reflective box. Very unique pattern, a little bit different than what you normally see. See the UK price there, I believe 139 pounds. So, like I said, about 180, I think is what they normally retail for. You pull the box. Let's see if you can zoom in the paper there. You see some elements, which is pretty cool, kind of keeping with the little bit of a scientific motif on these. Now, full disclosure, I have worn these. Let's see if I can post a picture that I took on foot. I really couldn't wait to wear them, and like I said, I got these in January, so I believe I've actually worn them twice. Now with this pair of labs, it came with a little card. You see here it says TPU. I'll read this off real quickly. TPU mesh and the legendary Air Jordan 4 helped deliver the lightweight, breathable performance that Tinker wanted and Michael demanded in his fourth shoe. Also set a visual tone that would become an instant classic on and off the court. From the shot against Cleveland in the playoffs, big scenes in Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing, the mesh has already had its share in the spotlight. Now this iconic element commands attention in the most coveted canvas of all, the Air Jordan 1s. Inside the card, talks about the Jordan Element series, classic Air Jordans, icons of greatness, everyone born on the hardwood, each with unforgettable designs and an unmistakable element. This series mixes the most iconic elements with the most classic Air Jordans, shining a new light on the select collection of legendary footwear. So, you can see on the card the TPU mesh is kind of the theme that they went with. See if we can get a view here. And I'll kind of walk you around the shoe as well. The entire shoe is actually covered with a single piece of the TPU mesh. And one thing that I thought was interesting, once I actually had these in my hand, just the way they looked online and from other pictures, you'd think that it was a very thin layer of the mesh on top of the normal leather of the shoe. This is not actually constructed that way, though. The mesh brings about every shape and highlight based on different colors and thicknesses. It's just really a single color white underneath, almost a fabric, if you will. And you see here where it's lighter. This is a lighter mesh. As it gets darker, the mesh actually gets thicker. So everything that's on here is actually made of the mesh, with the exception of the Jordan logo there. And like I said, as you go around the shoe, you'll see the seam here. Everything that you see on the shoe is made from a single piece of mesh that is wrapped around the entire object. So there's a couple pieces of mesh for the tongue, which is 2 pieces. You have the bottom piece and the top piece here. So what you feel on the shoe is almost a rubber. All in all, it's a really, really nice shoe, really innovative. There's really nothing like this out here. The silhouette of the one obviously is a classic, one of my favorites. And to be able to convey all the work that goes into one of these shoes, every single individual piece of leather. You'd have leather for the toe box, you'd have leather here, going all the way up on a single piece, leather swoosh, leather support in the back, as well as the leather tag, which is even highlighted as well, with the icy bottoms. Obviously not dead stock because I have worn them. These are actually a favorite. I've been wearing these, worn twice in the last week, which for me is pretty good. Usually I'm lucky if I wear a single pair of shoes in a month. I try to rotate, especially with it being winter. Not really bringing out my best because I don't really want anything to get snowed or rained on. So, but these are definitely a good shoe. Great discount. Doing the math in my head, I think it was close to 40% off. To have it shipped express from the UK and to get this kind of customer service is pretty special. Like I said, I will try to see if I can post a link of the photo that I took of these on foot. I actually kind of like it, so I'd like to show that off. I will put a post for Kicksteels. Make sure you follow them. Also put a link for End Clothing. Make sure you check them out. They've got lots of good stuff, and they do have things on sale, and they actually offer you a discount if you buy and you live in the States to try and offset any of the extra shipping that they'll pay. So I'll probably end up pulling something else out of my closet later this week to show you guys, because I probably won't have another new pair of shoes in the mail for at least the next week or so. So be sure to follow along, subscribe if you'd like, hit the thumbs up if you have any questions. Be sure to post them below. Post my links for Twitter and Instagram, so give me a follow there if you can. Have a great night. Talk to you soon.